Good morning, everybody. I feel like the weather. It's like I know in my heart the world is blue sky, but right now we have a lot of clouds and it's starting to show some dark clouds. And I always try, my best to come with as much positive energy as I possibly can muster, depending on what we're talking about. But sometimes you just kind of got to give in and say, you know what, today I don't feel like being positive. I don't feel like saying, oh, let's go. Today I just feel like being blah. Like, I'm excited, blue sky, because I missed you guys. I wanted to get back doing my tarot readings. I enjoyed my company. I had a wonderful vacation. But then I came back and realized, oh my God, all the stuff that's been going on. And so we go from the Highland shooter, who was a 21-year-old white male, who shot and killed 7 people, left a small child under 3 without a mother or a father. He was known to the police. So even though, and multiple more were hurt, and he's in custody, he's going to be charged, but he's alive. Keep that in mind. He's alive. Then we go to Ohio, where we have a 25-year-old unarmed black male. His name was Jalen Walker. He was at a traffic stop. Now, there are some questions and details given by the police where they said that they think that he shot at them. But let's go to the actual stop where they show that the police were trying to taser him. Then, after they tried to taser him, so if they were frightened for their lives, why would they taser him first? And if they thought he had a firearm to fire back, why wouldn't they fire first? So it's just so many questions there. But they shot at him over 90 times, hit this child of God 60 times, left him dead. But no. They went a step further. They disrespected this human being after he was shot 60 times, and they actually handcuffed him. What is going on? I am literally holding back tears because it's too much. It's just too much. I can't tell you, I literally feel the frustration and the fear, and that energy is just so strongly, it hurts. It physically hurts. I want to know, will the police be held responsible for their actions? Which there's no way that if you were tasering him, that you needed to shoot 90 times. It just does not make sense. So I thought, let's do a reading and have a look at what's going to happen. What happened in that situation? Will the police be held responsible? What is the exact story? What happened? I mean, the fear is nauseating. I don't know if I'm picking up on his fear or just the fear that's happening right now, because there's just so much animosity and just, there's just so much negative energy. You can feel it, but it's frustration with sadness, and it's just overwhelming. God bless us. Okay, so first card out, the Devil. This was straight up textbook racism. This was oppression. this is sadly a, this is not a rarity. This is what's happening out there, and there needs to be change. Crossing hit, we have the strength card. So they use their position and power to take over and to hold down, and they exerted their strength. They used more strength than that was needed. Underneath it all, we have the Seven of Wands. Their story underneath it all is going to be that they defended themselves. In the past, we have the Eight of Swords. So I think that the police feel like, you know, their story will be that they were defending themselves. Whereas I find that he was hurt. He was emotionally broken. We know that he had just recently broke up with his fiancée. So this is like the perfect storm of really incredible situation that has diverged. On top of it, the Five of Cups. It truly is his energy kind of coming in and just feeling like he needed help. He was feeling sad. He felt like things were over. And instead of helping, the police used so much power. They brought a gun to a knife fight, that kind of a feeling. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Tarot. This is the death, but it's also the transformation. I would love for them to come up with like Jalen's Law, because this is just, it's too much. And it needs to be talked about. It needs to have a conversation. There's just so much happening out there where there's so much opposition, but you have to speak up. We have no other choice. We as a human race have to come together and speak up for each other and support each other. Three of Pentacles. Lord Lipton, you know, it's we're going to hear and find out about some, you know, comments, maybe text messages where they talk vulgar. We're going to hear about, and it's going to be investigated about racism within that police force. There's going to be somebody who's in a position of power who's going to come in. There is going to be an investigation, and the person in power is somebody who can actually do something about it. So, God willing. Unfortunately, I really believe that Jalen, on top of, we could just insert so many people's names here. The sadness of the loss of life is incredible, but what they have in doing what they have done, in giving their lives, in having this experience and sharing that experience so that we can learn, so that we can experience, so that we can grow. So there's a spiritual lesson here. This man, Jalen Walker, should be revered, and it should be understood that part of his sole purpose was to teach us. The end result? Ooh. A lot of information is going to be coming out. Things are going to happen very swiftly. I really believe that this is showing like written text, emails. There's going to be a lot of just information swirling around. with the Seven of Cups, I feel as though this investigation will open up several more. We're going to hear about more cases. Ooh, justice is here. Oh, blessed, blessed, blessed. God bless us. Justice is here. Those police officers will have justice served to them. And I truly believe that there's going to be more than just this case coming up, because we got the Seven of Cups. I love tarot. Tarot talks, tarot conversates, tarot tells you the truth. This is going to become a huge news story. There's going to be several things that are going to come out of this, that they're going to have investigations, and there's going to be justice. I would love, because I don't know why Jalen Law came to me. I don't know, but for whatever reason, I just keep seeing it in my head written, Jalen's Law, Jalen's Law. I can pray for that, can't I? All right. Coffee number 2. Don't forget, it's really early in the morning. And I thought, tarot reading number 2. We're going to look into Christopher Wray, the director of the FBI, who was the director under Trump and the director under Biden. And he was tapped on the shoulder and kind of made his way up through Bush. And, you know, he's a player that's been around for a long time. And it seems like he has a fair amount of respect on both Republican and Democrats. From their viewpoint, I mean, obviously they thought he was fair enough and should stay as the head of the FBI under Biden. So with everything that's happening with the FBI, all the question marks, you know, people giving them the side eye thinking, you know, you had FBI agents that were working just for Trump. Can the FBI be trusted? So the question would be, what about Christopher Wray? Is he hiding anything? Is he a good guy? Can he actually be running and being the head of the FBI without knowing about what's going on? That, you know, some of these agents are no longer doing what's best for the country, but yet what's best for Donald Trump. Like, I just want to know what's his deal. I just want to know, you know, I don't know. I don't know. The feeling is mixed. I got a shady feeling, but let's just let the tarot cards tell us about Christopher Wray. Christopher Wray. Okay, so Christopher Wray is waiting for his ships to come in. There's a lot of planning here. He's waiting for his time to come in. But what is he waiting on? Okay, let's have a further look. Chris. Crossed by the Two of Wands. How does this happen? You've got the Three of Wands crossed by the Two of Wands. Trying to figure out which way to go. He made a decision of which way to go, and that would bring in his ships. It would bring in what he wanted. Let's continue. Ooh, no, 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 no. Underneath it all is the Tower. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's just continue. There's something shady going on. This is letting me know that underneath this, his foundation is shaking. We're going to be hearing about something about him. In the past, he's weighing out 2 situations, 2 twos here causing a delay. Weighing out 2 situations. I think he's really been trying to sit on the fence, but there's a reason why the Tower showed up. On the top of it, the Hierophant. My battery just went low. On top of it, we have the Hierophant. So with the Hierophant here, you're looking at rules, traditions. He did something that was against the rules, and that's why the Tower has shown up. It's been delayed. There's information that's... Oh, Lord, help me. Complete ruin of reputation. Christopher Wray. Okay, you guys got to let me know, like, what do we think of him? And, okay, complete destruction of him, his career, his reputation. Two of these cards together. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. There's legal information going to be coming out about him. There's a whistleblower who has probably already told, because the tower is underneath him. It's not in the future, it's what's happening underneath him. And the future is his reputation being ended, his career being ended. So I think there's a legal aspect to this. 100%. The people behind the scenes have paperwork, information. It's just taking time because there was a couple of twos there causing delay. Christopher Wray. This is his hopes and fears. There's some kind of deal that he's made. There's been money that he's made. Something from the past that he helped out. There's something shady. There's something really shady about him. And the past is going to come back to haunt him. The tower is underneath him. Money, 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 money. Republican money, money is going to come up. Oh my. Christopher Wray. You're going to be found out for having... Okay, so... There's definitely information about him. And it's going to be about connections, that he connected people up. There's going to be money connections. There's going to be information that's going to come out and destroy his career because there's something shady that he's been doing. He's not as good as what everybody thinks he is. We got the Seven of Swords. So he was definitely in a position where he knowingly did something wrong. Three of Swords, complete heartbreak. Christopher Wray is going to be found out, brought out, taken out. Wow, guys. Like, wow, wow, wow. Okay, so seeing that tarot is in a very talkative mood, I'm just going to ask one more question, because Mike Pence on January 6th, he was in the basement or in the parking lot. They wanted him to get in the car. He refused. They wanted him to come and just sit in the car, like just sit there, and he refused. So with everything that's being questioned by the FBI, did Pence have prior knowledge that if he got in that car, he would be taken somewhere, kidnapped, or worse? I mean, I know that sounds maybe conspiratorial, but there's something really unique about the fact that he wouldn't even sit in that car, that his trust of the FBI was so... No, he was so adamant not to trust the FBI that I feel like, did he know something? Did he know what was coming? Did he know that his life was in jeopardy even with the people that he was with in that parking lot? I just want to know. Is that the Christopher Wray? Holy shit. Anyway, so Mike Pence. He definitely was given a heads up. He had the information. He knew not to get in that car. He was told. He had the information before he got in there. The Chariot. I mean, that's literally the car card of the tarot deck. This is movement. He had been given a pre-warning not to trust, not to go in. The Wheel of Fortune is right here. Destiny. In the past, we have the King of Wands. So somebody in a position of a high position in the FBI did let Pence know. But I almost feel like it wasn't something that he knew for weeks or even for days. It was something that they told him when they had to tell him. Ace of Cups. There was a lot of emotion, a lot of worry, a lot of stress around this. So I truly, oh my, yes. Had he gotten in that car, they would have taken him. I think they would have brought him somewhere and kidnapped him and kept him away from doing what he needed to do to count the votes. King of Swords. King of Swords. So I don't necessarily feel like they were willing to off him or kill him, but I do kind of get the feeling that, you know, like Trump, you know, said, I don't care, they're not here to hurt me. So even when they were saying hang Pence, he was like, whatever. So I think that this is Trump's whatever. That's how it comes out. The Knight of Wands, somebody stood up and took action, made sure that he was going to be okay. The Queen of Pentacles, he was definitely given the information so that he could take care of himself. The Eight of Swords, or sorry, the Six of Swords. Had he gotten in that car, 100%, I truly believe that he would have been kidnapped and kept away from doing his job. I think that there was a plan there to do that. I think that that plan with Pence is connected with Trump's plan to go and be there and walk with his people. And I think, like we have prayed for in the past and hoped that would be the truth, that there would be some adults in the room making sure that any kind of you know, coup would be thwarted. So yes, the FBI has some, or has had some issues. I'm really concerned about Christopher Wray and what's going to end up coming out about him over time. But yeah, I think that thankfully the FBI had some adults in the room that took care of it. And I think there's more to the Pence story. And I think it's directly connected with Trump. I think that there's something about that where there was a pre-plan, or certainly Trump wanting for that. So I do think that Pence's life was in jeopardy and that he got information to protect himself. That's why he would not sit in the car, because he knew if he got in the car that he had nobody around him he could truly trust. Isn't that amazing or shocking? Anywho, so my dear friends, that is our reading for now. And as always, I have our Unity candle lit for each and every one of us. Please feel free to like, subscribe, share, and do all that good stuff that helps my channel. And seriously, leave comments and questions below. I really appreciate it. And I love answering questions for you. So until the next time we chat, cheerio. Take care, my friends.